Yeah, you gonna pay me for taking my picture? No,
how you doing?
Yeah, it was a majority draw, and had they scored that fight correctly, and I'm going back over 10 years
2004.
ago, Pacquiao would have won. So the likelihood of an appeal being, overturned is very slim. I'm not going to say it's not going to happen, but like I initially said, it would be deferred to our legal department.
In a situation like this,
In
a situation like this, though, where there's video evidence and you can kind of put a timer on surrounding circumstances, you still don't think it would be likely?
I'm not going to say whether it's likely or not. It's something I'll have to review and discuss with our attorneys.
Bob, you may have said this before I walked over, but you were okay with how John handled it, though? You were fine with that?
I think, quite frankly, I think John did a good job. You could play the devil's advocate and say, hey, why is John touching the fighter with a cut and removing some of the Vaseline?
Yeah.
And then the fight would have even been prolonged longer. But, he took appropriate measures, removed some of that Vaseline, and got that fight moving as quickly as he could.
It seems like to me the biggest mistake would be the inspector, right? Because the inspector would have been able to clearly say, hey, get the cut man, not Laborio, in the cage. Or should have said that.
Yeah, it could have happened that way.
Because, when Laborio goes in, obviously he's going to try to take advantage of the situation.
Right.
Not to mention the inspector left with the stool still in position, and he shouldn't have left. The inspector shouldn't have left with the stool still in the cage, correct?
Well, I won't say correct because, as I previously stated, I have to review the tape. I do a litany of things, and I'm not making excuses during the course of a fight. Where I look at the majority, how the judges are judging, how many rounds did they judge, what's the percentages, who got knocked out, what were the referees' actions, good, bad, or indifferent. So for me to be specific about a specific incident without reviewing that tape in its entirety would be unfair to me and to the fighters.
Yoel was saying that